What are some of the key factors to evaluate when you're considering an investment in a junior exploration or mining company? Hi, my name is Tim Lee. I'm a geologist and equity research analyst focused on natural resources, particularly the metals and mining space. And on this channel, we're taking a look at metals and mining and investing in the metals and mining space. And in this video, we're evaluating the general factors to consider when evaluating an exploration or mining company, particularly a junior. Now, when I first started in this business, I took a short course on evaluating exploration mining stocks, and we were told that there were three broad factors to initially look at: the people, the project or projects, and the financial resources and financial backing of the company. People. Probably the number one factor to consider when looking at investing in a mining or exploration company. Now, it may seem ironic because we're talking about an industry here with hard assets, but it's the people side that really can make or break the company and really should be a top factor that you evaluate when looking at an investment. Now, when we're talking about people, there are different layers to this. First, looking back at the origin of the company. Who founded the company? These, especially junior explorers, will very often have been founded by promoters and financiers who will have put some seed investment in, and they may still to this day be major shareholders. Now, those folks may no longer or may never have been on the management team or on the board, or maybe perhaps they are. Perhaps the CEO or chairman was one of the founders and is a lead shareholder. But that's something to think about, because a major shareholder can wield a lot of influence, and quite often someone who's behind the scenes is actually quite influential in making important decisions for the company. Next, look at the board. Who's on the board? How experienced are they? And what array of experience do they bring? Are they largely technical? Do they bring more of the financial side, or perhaps actually the legal side? Quite often you'll see a lawyer on the board. It's important to have this array of skills and experience because the board is overall directing the direction of the company. And you'll want experienced people in those positions. And then finally, obviously, the management team. Management team. One of the most important factors in evaluating a junior exploration or mining company. What do you look for specifically when evaluating the management team? Well, first, I would look for the technical skills. You need people to actually conduct the exploration and evaluation work. This would be geologists and mining engineers in particular, and in some cases can be outsourced to consulting firms, but you definitely need people with good technical experience. And secondly, you really look at the financial and managerial side. You need people who have experience raising money, and you need a CFO to manage the finances. For a junior explorer, that can sometimes also be outsourced. You have the same CFO for multiple companies. But in any case, you need people with both those sets of skills. A second factor to evaluate with a junior exploration or mining company is the projects. Obviously, very important in an area with hard assets. Now, there are quite a few areas to evaluate with a project, and something we can really get into a lot of depth with. But for now, I would just start by talking about the location. What is the jurisdiction? Is this a mining-friendly jurisdiction? Or is it one where it's difficult to get permits and difficult to advance a project toward mining? And also the specific location. Is this out in a remote area, but somehow with decent infrastructure access, that would be desirable? Or is this close to a city or close to, a national park or national forest? Those things could make it more challenging to get permits and to advance the projects. Uh, in addition to the location, you can start to look at what type of project is this. First, is this a grassroots exploration project, or do they already have a resource? Are they already advancing through economic studies, or is it already an operating mine? Or is this what's called a brownfields project? Was it an operating mine in the past, and now this company is revisiting this project? That's very important in then evaluating what are the steps and what's the value of the project. And finally, obviously commodity matters. Is this gold? Is this copper? Is this nickel? The ultimately the commodity can actually affect some aspects of how you would evaluate it. Some types of projects, especially if they really have a lot of tonnage that they need to ship out, iron ore or coal, then you have to have good infrastructure. Some projects, diamonds, and some projects with gold can be more remote. You could have fly in, fly out operations, and you don't need quite as much infrastructure. So to review, people, projects, and financial resources. Three key items to evaluate when you're considering an investment in a junior exploration or mining company. My name is Tim Lee, and thank you for joining me. On this channel, we'll continue to have more videos taking a look at investing in the junior natural resources space. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. If you want us to take a look at a particular company, please note that in the comments, and we'd love to hear from you.